In 2026, Samsung could once again launch 3 foldable phones, just like this year, excluding the still undisclosed Tri-Fold. A fresh leak points to model numbers for all 3 2026 foldables, and one of them breaks Samsung's usual naming pattern. That anomaly has sparked a compelling theory. Samsung may be preparing a Galaxy Z Fold 8 FE, a more affordable, book-style foldable that lowers the barrier to entry without sacrificing the big screen experience. If accurate, this will be Samsung's first attempt at a fan edition for the Fold line, aimed at users who want the multitasking canvas and tablet-like feel. Without paying ultra-premium prices. In 2025, Samsung simplified model numbers to make the foldable lineup easier to read and to align generations more cleanly across categories. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 lined up as SMF766, while the Galaxy Z Flip 7 shifted from the Z Flip 6's SMF741 to SMF756 to better match the Fold series. Samsung also introduced the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE as SMF761, a logical fan edition spin-off of the Flip. That cleanup made the roster clearer and more consistent for buyers, retailers, and even software support until the 2026 leak through a CURV EBALL. Now the 2026 leak makes things interesting. Reports point to 3 model numbers: SMF776, SMF976, and SMF971. The first 2 map cleanly to the Galaxy Z Flip 8 and Galaxy Z Fold 8, but SMF971 doesn't fit the Flip pattern at all. If Samsung were planning a Galaxy Z Flip 8 FE, logic suggests it would be SMF771, mirroring this year's naming. Instead, SMF971 sits closer to the Fold sequence, making it look far more like a Galaxy Z Fold 8 FE than a Flip FE. While you could argue the jump from F761 to F971 hints at a more complex Flip variant, the simpler, cleaner read is a new, budget-friendly member of the Fold family, likely sharing core hardware with the flagship Fold while trimming costs in targeted areas. There are strong reasons for Samsung to build a cheaper Fold. Company's foldable strategy has shifted. The Flip series once carried the mass-market spotlight, but momentum has cooled as clamshell competition intensifies and buyers hold on to phones longer. In several regions, the pricier Fold is now outselling the Flip, helped by productivity features, a larger inner display, and stickier user loyalty. Even the move to offer a cheaper Flip didn't land as planned, with the Galaxy Z Flip 7 FE reportedly canceled or pulled from sale in some markets. That opens a clear lane for a lower-priced Fold, bringing the tablet-like inner display to more people without ultra-premium pricing, and giving Samsung a broader ladder of options inside its book-style lineup. Galaxy Z Fold 8 FE could fill that gap perfectly. Expect Samsung to keep the signature large inner screen and multitasking chops while dialing back a few premium extras to hit a friendlier price. That might mean a slightly lower peak display brightness, fewer premium materials, toned-down camera hardware, or an older flagship chipset. All common VA playbook moves. It would still deliver the big inner screen at a more accessible price. Expand Samsung's Fold user base known for higher loyalty, and keep the Fold positioned as Samsung's innovation showcase while broadening appeal for students, creators on a budget, and professionals who live in spreadsheets and split-screen apps. A value-driven, book-style Fold is an easy sell. Nothing is confirmed yet, but the clues are getting harder to ignore. If Samsung does have a Galaxy Z Fold 8 FE in the pipeline, expect the rumor mill to heat up in the coming months with certification sightings, CAD-based renders from case makers, and early benchmarks that revealed chip choices and memory configurations. Market momentum clearly favors a cheaper Fold over another Flip FE, and adding a second tier to the Fold line would mirror Samsung's successful strategy in the Galaxy S and Fan Edition families. All of this rides on the momentum of the Galaxy Z Fold 7. which made one of Samsung's most meaningful leaps in years, regaining ground from rivals like Honor and OnePlus with a superior design, upgraded displays, and a stronger camera package. The hinge got lighter and sturdier, the crease visibility improved, and the overall ergonomics moved closer to slab phone comfort. Those gains set a high bar. Now the big question is whether Samsung can carry that energy into the Galaxy Z Fold 8 and potentially a Z Fold 8 Fit 2 deliver something truly distinctive in 2026 and keep the Fold line firmly at the center of the big screen conversation. As for timing, recent history makes the release window predictable. For the last 2 generations, Samsung has unveiled new foldables in July and shipped later that same month, often tied to a Galaxy Unpacked event with pre-orders opening the same day. It's a cadence that works and avoids clashes with fall flagships. So don't be surprised if the Galaxy Z Fold 8 follows the same July 2026 timeline, with first wave availability in key regions and a staggered rollout elsewhere. Expect pre-order perks like bonus storage, trade-in boosters, and bundles with Galaxy Buds or Galaxy Watch to sweeten the deal. Pricing is harder to pin down. The global economy is in flux, component costs fluctuate, and exchange rates can swing launch tags by region. There's precedent for an increase. UK buyers saw the Galaxy Z Fold 7 launch at £1,799, the same as the Z Fold 6, while the US and Europe faced $100 and €100 bumps respectively. Given the Fold's momentum, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 could start around £1,899 in the UK, while US pricing may remain flat or see a modest uptick depending on storage and configuration. If a Galaxy Z Fold 8 FE arrives, it would almost certainly undercut the flagship Fold to bring more users into Samsung's large screen foldable ecosystem, potentially landing several $100s lower and relying on aggressive trade-ins to hit mainstream wallets. Specs remain mostly under wraps, but one rumor stands out: battery. A Korean report points to a 5,000 mAh battery for the Galaxy Z Fold 8, a welcome jump from the Z Fold 7's 4,400 mAh, in a category where thinness and hinges often limit capacity. That extra headroom will be a big deal for real-world endurance, especially for multitasking, video calls, and media playback on the inner display. With rivals like the Honor Magic V5 reportedly fitting a 5,820 mAh cell, Samsung has every reason to push battery life higher. Faster, smarter charging, improved thermal management, and efficiency gains from next-gen chipsets could translate into longer, cooler sessions for work and play. And Feb model might stick with a smaller cell or slower charging to keep costs in check. But the usability gains from a bigger battery on the main Fold would set the tone for the entire lineup. Beyond battery, watch for incremental upgrades where they matter. A brighter, more durable inner panel with reduced crease visibility, a stronger, lighter hinge with better dust protection, camera tweaks that improve low-light performance and telephoto clarity, and software that leans into foldable-first features like enhanced app continuity, a smarter taskbar, improved flex mode utilities, and deeper S Pen optimization. If Samsung chooses to differentiate the FE, it might skip certain premium extras like UWB, reduce the maximum refresh rate on the cover display, or reuse proven camera sensors from a prior flagship, all without compromising the core Fold experience of big screen productivity and immersive media. There's also competitive pressure from Apple. Multiple reports suggest Apple could debut its first foldable in 2026, potentially at its fall launch event right after Samsung's usual summer window. Some Z Fold 8 upgrades may be a preemptive response to that threat. Early whispers say the iPhone Fold might carry a 5,000 to 5,500 mAh battery, larger than the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the longest-lasting iPhone so far. If Apple enters the foldable arena with a strong battery story and polished software, Samsung will want both a no-compromise Fold 8 and a well-priced Fold 8 Fe to lock in enthusiasts, attract newcomers, and defend its lead against a surge of curiosity from iOS users exploring the form factor for the first time. As leaks evolve, the picture should sharpen, more precise model numbers by region, signs of Snapdragon or Exynos Silicon choices, memory and storage tiers, and early carrier certifications. Keep an eye out for Bluetooth SIG and 3C listings, which often tip charging speeds and connectivity features ahead of launch, and for accessory ecosystems cases, screen protectors, and S Pen options that reveal design details like hinge geometry and bezel thickness. That's everything we know for now. The 2026 model numbers SMF776, SMF976, and SMF971 suggest a Galaxy Z Flip 8, a Galaxy Z Fold 8, and a mystery device that aligns more closely with the Fold series than the Flip, likely a Galaxy Z Fold 8 Fe. The timing points to a July 2026 reveal. Pricing could edge up in some regions, with the UK around £1,899, and battery life may get a vital bump to 5,000 mAh on the main Fold. Against the backdrop of a potential Apple Foldable and intensifying Android competition, Samsung's strategy to broaden the Fold lineup looks smarter by the day. We'll keep watching the leaks and bring updates as they land. Thanks for watching.